Hello guys, it's a bit late, but welcome to another episode of Jedi Mantis Tastes. And today, the winning vote, as you can see here, is Jura Origin. Been looking forward to trying this one. It sounds quite nice from what it says on the box. This is a late video for me. It's late in terms of being uploaded and late in terms of the time I'm actually recording for when I normally do this. However, I am off from work tomorrow, so there's no issue with me having a drink tonight. So let's get straight into it. It is only going to be a short video because, as you're aware, I like to get all my information from the whiskey websites themselves, the official websites, and there's not a lot of information on the distillery for this one. So we'll go over what I've found and then we'll go into the whiskey, but it is only going to be short, which benefits me that it's a late video. I don't have so much editing to do. So going into Jura, this one is obviously it's from the Isle of Jura. And the Isle of Jura, that lies off the west coast of Scotland, only about 60 miles from Glasgow as the crow flies. And the island has only one road, one pub, one distillery, and a whirlpool. The deer there actually outnumber the population of 200 people by quite a bit. And a good little note to take note of is that George Orwell, the author, he described the Isle of Jura as the most unget-atable place, and he described it as that while he stayed there and wrote his classic novel 1984. The distillery, from what I can gather, was established in 1810, and the distillery stood in the same place all the way through until it unfortunately fell into ruin and had to be resurrected in 1963. That also helped to revive the local community of 200 people. They are also known, Jura, as for producing a range of whiskey styles, ranging from sweet finished fruity whiskies all the way through to heavily peated smoky ones. So there really is a Jura for everyone. I don't know if you'll be able to see this clearly here, but there is a map here. So you've got your light and heavy peated up here, your fruity and spicy, your light and delicate, which is the Origin, which is the one we're trying today, and then over this side is the rich and full-bodied, and that's the Jurach's own. Jurach being the Gaelic word for a person that lives in Jura. So there's not much else to say about the actual distillery for that one, so why don't we just open this box? And it is a nice box. It's quite a thick card on this one, so it looks like it's worth something, and the bottle itself is a very nice shaped bottle, very ergonomic to hold in your hand there. It's aged 10 years, single malt Scotch whisky, light and delicate. It's 40% volume, so it's your typical strength. The whiskey, this one, the Origin, it signifies the rebirth of the distillery in 1963, did I say? Yes, 1963. Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. So it signifies the rebirth of the distillery then, and also the rebuilding of the community. And so it is fitting that the symbol that is on the bottle is the Celtic symbol for beginnings. It has won silver in the International Wine and Spirit Competition and the Hong Kong International Wine and Spirit Competition, both in the year of 2015. It's aged for 10 years in ex-bourbon casks and is currently available on www.jurawhiskey.com, which is up here, and that is for £35. You can also buy this in supermarkets, that's where I got this one from. And with that being said, let's open it. So, a little bit better in the seal than the Glenmorangie last week, which, if you remember, was just flimsy plastic with just a foil on the top. We have our Glencairn glass, but let's see if there's a pop. Quite a satisfying pop, that. It's quite a big cork in there. It smells nice. And because it's a bit later, I'm going to have a little bit more to drink, as is my right. So we've got that in here. Let's have a look at the colour. So, swirling this round first, get this up the sides. So looking at the colour, we can see it is quite a warm colour, nice golden wheat colour. Let's see, fairly clear. It might not be chill filtered. We'll find out later. But let's add a little bit of water, and it is only going to be a drop because, as I said, it's not strong. So we'll have another swirl around of that. Dive in with the nose. Now, it's described as light and delicate, and definitely is that. Very, very light smell. There is that hint of honey in there. Picking up on the oak, bourbon casks. Typically going to be an American white oak. Not much in there. There's no hint of spice, because it's not a spicy whiskey. It doesn't smell particularly special, which is odd. Well, when we do the bit without the water, it might be different. But it's very unoffensive on the nose. Take a very deep breath in of that, and there's nothing there that's going to even threaten to burn anything. Let's have a sip. Yeah, very light, very delicate taste, very smooth. A little bit caramelly. Ooh. There's something in that. Maybe a hint of cocoa or coffee. It's quite nice. It's not powerful, it's not a punchy flavour, but I don't know whether there's a tiny little sharpness on the back there, and it's I'd say almost a cocoa type of taste. or something like a coffee beans maybe. It's sitting around for a little bit. It's not unpleasant, it's very nice. It's very easy to drink, this one. It more comes down the nose rather than down the throat. And breathing out through the nose after you've had a drink, you can almost get the scent of it back into your nose. There's not much to say about it because it's that light and delicate. There's not much flavourings in there, which doesn't mean it's a bad whiskey. It's a very nice whiskey. It's going to be very easy to drink that. Very difficult to say anything bad about it, but at the same time, not particularly anything amazing to say about it either. It is a whiskey. Try it without. I like that sound. Try it without the water. See if the complexity of the actual, maybe a bit too much, but who cares. So there's that cocoa-y coffee smell. Can pick that up on the nose now. Couldn't before with the water, couldn't get that smell. So if it's coffee, it is the beans. It's before it's been ground down. It's not that powerful. When you grind the coffee beans down, the smell becomes much more powerful. This is quite a subtle smell, just hidden in there. So there's that little hint of honey. A lot more powerful. That, I say, the cocoa, maybe chocolatey taste to that. It's more powerful. Still a very smooth finish. There's literally zero burn on this one. So if you don't like whiskey for the burn, one, what you're watching this for, but two, that would maybe be a one that you would like because there's no burn on that at all. Very, very pleasant on the tongue. Those hints of coffee, maybe caramelly as well. They're lingering on the tongue a bit. If I'm completely honest with this, I'm a little disappointed. It's not bad, but I was expecting so much more. I was expecting this to be a really, really nicely flavoured honeyed whiskey. And it's not. It's a nice flavoured whiskey. It's nice. It's not a waste of money. But I was just expecting more. So a little disappointing on that regard, but still a nice whiskey. Not expensive. £35 is quite a good price for it. Possibly a little bit more expensive in the supermarket. So go to the website, get it from Jura themselves. The lingering flavour is more potent than the actual taste. So it's a one to, you will enjoy this because the flavour hangs around. So it's not a big flavour, but it's there for a long time. It's growing on me. Already it's growing on me. I'm reconsidering what I'm saying about being disappointed, because it's not an instant flavour, but you're left to appreciate it. So yes, it's nice. I enjoy that. I am just noticing it does say on the bottle it is established in 1810. It doesn't actually state that on the website, but I've just noticed it states it on the bottle. So that's the Jura. Very nice. Perhaps a little disappointing, but it's certainly growing on me. I'm sure it will you. Yeah, so small instant flavour, but big lasting flavour. Jura Origin, 10-year-old single malt Scotch whisky. That has been the video for this week. Apologies it didn't get put out on the Friday. I've had a hell of a week, being at work, long hours, so I was ready for this. My friend spurred me on to do this tonight, so thank you to him. He knows who he is. Next week we will have another vote. That'll be up here. Not sure what's going to be on that yet. There'll be a couple of sample bottles. Probably throw that Tamnavulin in as well. Maybe get onto that one. But take your time, pick your votes. I will see you next time. Drink responsibly. Don't overdo the drink. And I will see you next time. Thanks guys, and happy drinking. And happy St. Patrick's Day for Friday. The one that's just gone.